Breaking: Joe Biden's auto pen signed almost all of his documents, meaning it's a machine that signs the documents for you. So we may not even know if Joe Biden signed his own documents. Of course, we broke this story back in January, but right now the rest of the mainstream MAGA news is catching up to where we were back in January. Me, a barely literate comic book artist. I'm Doug TenNapel. Welcome to my channel. Let's get into the big bad controversy right here. So this is what broke this is from last night. Whoever controlled the auto pen controlled the presidency. We gathered every document we could find with Biden's signature over the course of his presidency. All used the same auto pen signature, except for the announcement that the former president was dropping out of the race last year. Here's the auto pen signature. Now, this is going to give us a lot of, I'm not trying to turn into Scooby-Doo here, and I'm not obviously not an autograph expert. I am an artist. And so you can see that these two identical signatures are both auto penned. That's what it looks like. It's a machine that can perfectly capture and repeat Biden's signature. Here's a picture from the letter announcing Biden was dropping out of the race. You can see the difference between, I just want to really notice there's a difference between these two Bs, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. Breaking: Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey asked the Department of Justice to investigate whether Biden's cognitive mental decline allowed unelected officials to make decisions without his knowledge or approval. This is the controversy. If that's the case, Biden's executive orders, pardons of his son and family, and other actions may be unconstitutional and void. That is, if it didn't reflect Biden's will, then an auto pen ain't going to be enough. And there's a question over who is running the auto pen. But first, look at this. Let's look at this hack. Look at this guy. Who's this guy? Oh, it's Doug TenNapel. This is back, I broke this story, looks like 2 months before everybody else, back in January 18th. All imply something even worse. All presidents use the auto pen, but Biden may not be in a state of awareness that his signature went out without consent. All Biden signed documents that use the auto pen should be easy to detect. And now, lo and find out, they are. They ran an investigation. It's coming. Maybe they got a tip from me. Put Biden under oath and have him confirm everything he signed was his will. Presidential immunity protects Biden from prosecution, but not his administration. Here's from CBS. White House auto pen also used for presidential proclamations. Here's the original Mike Johnson portion of that talk.
I said, no, you're not, sir. You paused it. I know. I have the terminal, the export terminals in my state. I talked to those people this morning. This is doing massive damage to our economy, national security. It occurred to me, Barry, he was not lying to me. He genuinely did not know what he had signed. And I walked out of that meeting with fear and loathing because I thought, we're in serious trouble. Who is running the country? Like, I don't know who put the paper in front of him, but he did.
Biden did not, in one conversation with Mike Johnson, who said, you paused this action. And Biden said, no, I didn't. And he said, I just now saw the document that has your signature on it. And Biden said, I don't remember seeing that, or he did not know that he had signed this document. So that starts to be, this is evidence, guys. This is going to blow up in the biggest way. I think it's great that it should be put under question, not to create a conspiracy, but, look, here's all the documents. Look at this. This is from Shannon Armenis. Don't forget to check out the pardons and the clemency orders. Look, they're all the same mechanical signature, except for the ones that are different that don't even look like Biden's signature. So who's signing for Joe Biden? This is going to get good. Here's where I first saw the story last night, re-break. 2 months after I broke it, Kyle Becker. House Oversight Project finds the Biden presidency was almost entirely run by auto pen signature. We gathered every document we could find with Biden's signature over the course of his presidency, all use the same auto pen signature. This is criminal. The Biden presidency didn't have a real president to do this. Here goes. We're going to keep going. Watch this one. It's going to get, this is where it really gets good right here. Mostly peaceful Farva. The top signature is the auto pen version of his signature that went onto everything he quote unquote signed. That's this one right here. Look at this. The bottom one is Dr. Jill Biden's signature right here. Okay. Both signatures construct the capital B in one continuous stroke with no lifts. They're the same hand. Jill Biden's and Joe Biden's are the same hand. Now note the way the B on Joe's real signature is constructed, which is with no lift of pen and 2 strokes. Jill Biden forged his signature that was used to create the auto pen file. Nothing the basement dummy did was valid, even if it included an auto pen signature. So let's take a look at these signatures. I just want to show you, okay? Look at this B, how it's got a sweep and a boo, and this B has a sweep and a boo. That's a very interesting signature. But compare that B, that's Jill Biden, and R. Biden, and then look at this B, completely different B. So this R. Biden did not construct a B the same way. Do you see the difference? This one has a little pointy hook over here. This one does not have a pointy hook, right? That's one line B. And this is how Jill makes her Bs, right? Jill Biden. This is auto signature up top. And then here's a Joe Biden signature. He sweeps down one line and then goes and makes a B. So, that's not conclusive, but it's fishy. The signatures don't match. Who's running the country? Biden was not only severely cognitively impaired, but now we learn he used an auto pen to sign official documents. Wasn't even him. In court of law, almost everything executed in this manner would be legally void. Equal justice demands these be treated the same. And then finally, here's James O'Keefe. Whoever controlled the auto pen controlled the overthrow of the U.S. government. National Security Council advisory Henry Appel, inside the White House, said, Joe Biden is dead. That's this guy, Henry Appel. Can't say a sentence, unquote. Everybody recognizes it, unquote. I can't believe it wasn't a bigger scandal earlier, unquote. Now, this is Kevin O'Connor. Joe Biden's White House doctor. Arrest him for the crimes of perjury in violation of federal statute, tampering with evidence or altering, destroying, concealing, falsifying, racketeering in violation, conspiracy to defraud the government. Now, this is all, space, I don't like doing the spacey, spooky stuff, but it's legit. We all saw, it's not a question. We all saw Biden's cognitive decline. We all know that there were various opinions on that from within the Biden administration that questioned his ability to make basic decisions or complete sentences. Those could have been exaggerations, but that's what they said. We know there's such a thing as an auto pen. And we know that all of these signatures by Biden are identical, that is made by an auto pen, because even when you sign your own signature, there's variations within it that are not within almost all of the documents that Biden signed. We only know of one outlier document that contains a unique signature, and that's the one where he's stepping down from running for president. Was that Jill Biden? Was that Barack Obama? I think this is a legit scandal, a legit question that we can all have. What do you guys think? Does this go anywhere? Because if they overturn that auto pen and say they're not legally binding, then everything he signed, presidential orders, pardons, commutation of sentences, are all to be put in question. And then it also brings the second question of who was in charge of giving authority to auto pen signed documents when we have Biden not recognizing documents that he supposedly auto signed. Did Jill Biden do it? Was it Barack Obama or the entire staff making these decisions? Because you only need one person to leak the truth and they're busted. And Jill Biden is not very happy with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer these days. She might very well be the one who says it was all auto-signed and Biden didn't have a say in his own presidency. I'm Doug in Exile Scandal.